This Hello, this video is a group of people from Humber Valley United Church. And the purpose of the video is really, we have a new board coming in starting July 1st, 2024, and some of the roles are changing. So a few of us wanted to get together and just add some clarity about some of the new roles and what everyone's doing. So you know who to talk to for what. My name's Erin, and I'm the new board chair of Humber Valley United Church. The overall board responsibilities, as you can see on the slide, they remain the same as they were before. So it's preparation and implementation of vision and mission, plan and policies. There's a lot of fiscal oversight that the board does for the church. Working with appropriate committees to prepare the annual budgets, check signings, and appropriate contracts and agreements that the church gets into. Being a conduit and connector to the United Church of Canada. So being familiar and following guidance from them and making sure that the right decisions are made by the right people. In a nutshell, that's the role of the board. Specifically, my role as chair. The main one is about facilitating board meetings that are effective, safe, and aligned with our North Star, which is our vision for the church, what we strive for, which is justice, compassion, and belonging. Drafting agenda in conjunction with our minister for those board meetings, and then really disseminating the minutes and any resolutions that come out of the board meeting is also part of the role. Liaising with the organization, the Shining Waters Regional Council, specifically on governance issues. And there are two representatives on the board from Shining Waters, and then just communicating on what happens in the board meetings to the congregation through newsletters and other vehicles like our annual report and connections. I'm excited that we have a new role on the board called the Congregational Life Board Member, and Brian Thompson has graciously agreed to be that. And the role here is really to keep pulse on what's happening in the congregation and report that back into the board. And I'll let Brian tell you a little bit more about it.
Well, thank you, Erin. Yes, I see myself as a kind of a conduit between what's happening in the congregational life and the board. And it's my responsibility to take up any concerns from or successes from the heads of congregational committees, and do this before each and every board meeting. And then at the board, I will present the committee updates at the board to the board members and identify key issues for board consideration. Now, not everybody in the congregation, of course, is a committee head or a member of a committee. And we have many new members. So a key role for me would be to have a process for all members of the congregation to raise any issues or celebrate any successes they would like to share with the board. Also, I'm sure, be working with Deb Turnbull, who is not on the board here, but she will be a mentor to me, I believe, in getting comfortable in this role. And I hope that as time goes on, that people will be comfortable in communicating with me, and I can function not as a broken telephone, but just a direct line to these very important board meetings. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much, Brian. And thank you for taking this role on. And we have a new role, which we're calling the coordinating manager, which Deb has graciously agreed to take on. And this is really, there's a gap with some of the special events and volunteer coordinating in the church. And Deb was taking on a lot of that, but it wasn't really an established role. So again, thank you. And we're blessed, Deb, that you're continuing to do all this amazing work for the church. I'll let you tell the congregation a bit more about the role.
Thanks, Erin. And to start off with, I want to say how supportive I am of Erin taking on the role of the chair and to the new board. And for you to know that I'm always there if you wish me to assist you in any way. This activity, for those of you who've been longtime members of the church, was undertaken by Barbara Clark for years. And since she has moved, we really have not had anyone in this role. And I have been playing this role, but without a formal title. Didn't need a title, but not a bad coordinating manager. I'm really responsible for coordinating volunteer activities as required for special events. And what are these? These could be weddings, these could be funerals, these could be events of outside renters, where we, for the outside renters, as some of you may remember, where we've done a welcome when those renters are in those church, when they're in the church, so they know they're part of our church as a partner and not just a user of our space. I'll also support Kelly as she needs me in some of the administrative tasks, work with the minister and the board chair on other tasks that may, again, be falling through the cracks and aren't delegated to anyone in particular. And I would also recruit and onboard volunteers to assist with some of these roles. We are, luckily for us, there's the many outside weddings this summer, and we hope that will continue in the future. I will continue to work with Lynn and Janet on the building management, supporting the renters. And I look forward to working with Brian in his new role as the point of contact between the congregation and the minister and the chair of the board. So again, and for my other activities, I'll continue to chair the committees I currently chair and be active in the groups and committees in which I'm currently active, and I look forward to that. Great support. Let's move forward together. Thanks, Erin.
That's great. Thank you, Deb. And we have Kelly, which is an incredible administrator for the church. I mean, there's 2 slides with all of the amazing things that Kelly does, really keeping us informed, managing a lot of communications. She's the front line for the church, so often the first person that people see. So we thank Kelly for all the amazing work she does. We're not going to go into each point, but Kelly's going to tell us a bit about what her working hours are and some of the deadlines for the communications that she sends out that it might be important for you to flag. Kelly.
Thank you, Erin. So as Erin says, I'm going to be your first point of contact for any celebrations, weddings, funerals, baptisms that you want to schedule. And my working hours are in the church office during my working hours. They are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So outside of those hours, feel free to send me an email or a voice message, which I will respond to during office hours. You can use the mail slot in the office door as well as the outside mailbox to send anything you need as well. And another item of note would be the weekly newsletter, Keeping in Touch. We are happy to publish your messages there, all the community information that you want to convey to the congregation. And so if you could please submit those submissions by Wednesdays at noon. And please refer often to our website, hvuc.ca, because we work really hard to make sure that is updated to the moment and make sure that that has all the information you need there, including the Keeping in Touch newsletter, as well as 55 Plus in Etobicoke newsletter, any guides you need to what's happening here at the church. And yeah, just take a look at the website whenever you can. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Kelly. And the list keeps going. This is another giant list of all the things that Kelly does for us. So, feel free to look at that and or call the number in the church, and it's probably be Kelly that you'll be talking to. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. Brian will follow on with, his plans to be the conduit. I like that word, Brian, conduit from the congregation to the board. It's an exciting time for the church, and we want you to be part of it. So again, thank you for being involved, and have a great summer. Bye.